half. Greg Higgins, Adam Routon here, and we had several different lightning strikes within the 8-mile radius, delaying the game for the 49 minutes. We're hoping that we get through the rest of the night without any more delays, Adam. There are some cells in the area. We see some lightning off in the distance in some places, but hopefully we'll get this game underway and get it going.
Hope so, because there's a lot of excitement around this game, Greg, on both sides. This was a big game from last year. Stephen F. Austin wants to come in and get some revenge. East Texas A&M beat them and basically stopped them from getting in the playoffs last year. So it's a huge game. East Texas comes in with a 2-1 conference record. Stephen F. Austin is 3-0, perfect, a chance for East Texas to play themselves into the discussion about the Southland Conference Championship.
And a team that these two teams know each other well. This is the 59th meeting between these two teams, with the Lions holding a 44-14-1 advantage in the series. Dates back to 1924.
That's been a minute. Rigby with just an impressive kick for a touchback there.
Both these teams, good starts here in the Southland Conference. You've got the East Texas A&M Lions at 2-1, and then you've got three teams, Lamar, Southeastern, and SFA, 3-0 coming into today in the conference. Of course, the Lions one loss or against Lamar here 2 weeks ago in a game that they had a chance to win. Just a few breaks didn't happen that needed to. The pass to start the game is incomplete.
Blaine Green, the intended receiver there, unable to make that connection. Jacobs on Gillespie in coverage.
Of course, history, the fact that Colby Carthel, the coach for SFA, is a big run, breaking some tackles all the way out across the 40-yard line on the play.
That was Jarrell Wembley. Nice run there. Just great block on the edge by the line. He got out on that edge, was able to get that first down yards. A little screen, wide receiver screen to that left side. Thought he was down, but the whistle didn't blow.
Yeah, it looked like he held himself up with his hand, and that's several plays in a row. Lions defense having trouble tackling and bringing the offensive player down.
Colin Harris showing some tremendous athleticism to keep that knee from hitting the ground and get an extra yard out of that reception, excuse me.
Opening possession of the game. Vidlac quarterbacking this offense. Looking deep. Got a receiver wide open across midfield inside the 40-yard line.
Kylan Harris again, this time on the right side. He got himself wide open behind that defense, Greg. Not sure how he found that soft spot, but he did and made the most of it.
Inside Lion territory to start this drive, and here's a pitch back, a good tackle as Wembley tried getting to the edge and just could not make it.
Tried to get around there, but the defender just able to get there first.
Second down and 12 for the Lumberjacks, and a pass almost intercepted, somehow gets over the defender. It was right there in the way as Gillespie had a chance, and the ball goes over his hand.
I wasn't looking. I was trying to figure out the number on the defender that made that great play. Cinque Williams got that tackle for a loss, setting up that second down. 3rd and 11 here.
Vidlac's pass caught another broken tackle, and this is going to have enough for a first down.
Yeah, they had him. They had him down for about, we're going to set up about a 4th and 6 there, but he breaks that tackle and just angles to the sideline, gets past the line to gain another first down for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, nice play, Vidlac, and there again, as you said, I mean, that's multiple plays now where we've seen broken tackles. This movement before the snap, it's going to be a false start against SFA.
Bugs Mortimer.
Number 61. Offense.
So it'll be first down and 15.
Correction, first down.
SFA.
Got a pretty healthy wind blowing out of the south.
Vidlac rolling out. Going to find the receiver, tries hurdling a person, and he does, and gets all the way down into the 15-yard line. What a play that was by Blaine Green.
Green did one of the most, the least graceful jumps that you've ever seen a receiver or a football running back do. But it worked. It fooled the defender. He's able to keep his feet under him, and he gets through for a first down.
Inside the red zone are the Lumberjacks. And a handoff. Gain of about maybe 3 or 4 yards by Wembley.
Nice blocking on the interior of that line. As we see some spectacular lightning, but it's off to our east, moving away. As long as nothing comes back from this west side, maybe we'll get this game in without another delay. 2nd and 6.
You know, SFA's hoping that because last week they had a long delay in their game and almost 4 hours almost in the second half of delays. Vidlac's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss.
That's just great pursuit there on defense. That was Kobe Sebastian Key making that tackle. Yeah, he talked about that, how you had a first half, a second half, and then a third half, essentially, because it had the huge delay coming out at halftime and then again in the third quarter.
Yeah.
That it was, it took them 2 days to win it, but they finally got the job done.
Said it took about 5.5 hours to play the second half in that game with all the delays. And then to start the delay here, like looking to pass, is rolling out. Got a lot of time. And
what a
the
pass.
Back corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
I didn't mean to speak over you. I was as exciting as you saw. Rolling out. He almost got him. The defense almost got home, but he keeps it alive with his legs, just drifts to the left there and gets that pass right in the corner, just perfectly placed pass for that touchdown.
Harris with the reception.
Colin Harris got his number called a lot on that drive. That was a nice drive by the Lumberjacks.
What a great play by Vidlac to just keep the drive or keep that play going and just rolling out, waiting until he saw the receiver get open. And that extra point is good. So opening drive, really good opening drive for the Lumberjacks as they march down the field, take that kickoff and put 7 on the board. And that's exactly what you want to do coming into a game like this. You know, Coach Cartel talked about this Lions offense this week and how explosive they are, and he knows that they're going to need to put up some scores on this in this game.
See just a few of these highlights here. The scoring drive there for the Lumberjacks. That hurdle, man. It didn't look pretty, but it worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked. It got the job done. And rain's starting to pick up here in Commerce.
Look at that pass right in the corner and keep his feet in bounds. Colin Harris making a big-time catch there in the corner of the end zone for that touchdown. Yeah, we got rain blowing in on us here. That's awesome. I don't even know how. We're sitting in the opposite direction of the wind.
Yeah. Not if you look at the flag. It's blowing right at us right now.
Yeah, it's kind of shifted. I think it's because I said something.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
Well, the good news is I'm not made of any substance that will melt.
No, you're not. No, I'm just kidding. All right, 7-0. Lions offense going to get the ball to start or for the first time here in the game. See what they can do.
Having to hold the ball. The wind's so strong. The wind. You see what the wind did to that kick. It just held it up.
Yeah, and, of course, unfortunately for – and you saw the flag. I don't know if you saw the flag.
Got about
threw it straight up in the air and all the way out to the
35-yard line, first down.
It did.
Yeah, the wind is crazy right now, which is going to play havoc with the kicking game all night long if it stays like this.
The great thing about this, and this is, this Texas weather, is the whole lightning delay, the weather delay, there's a few sprinkles, but no rain. And it blows past. We have a rainbow, we have a beautiful sun, and we think we're out of it, and then here comes the rain.
See how this affects the passing game for East Texas A&M. Something that they thrive on. And here's a pitch back to the running back and not going anywhere. KJ Schenkel gets tackled in the backfield. There's a flag down. It might be in the area of horse collar or maybe face mask or maybe a holding. It's kind of lots of different things.
All the bases.
I tried.
But it wasn't an illegal man downfield.
So the horse collar tackle.
You got it right.
I had a really good shot. 3 out of however many penalties you can call on the defense. 30% chance of getting that right.
So that's going to be, what was a really good defensive stop. It's going to turn it into 15 yards forward. And East Texas they're right at midfield. Ball sitting just shy. Nose of the ball touching the 50-yard line.
Peace quarterbacking for the Lions to start the game. Ball at midfield, as you talked about. Schenkel in the backfield. Handoff once again to Schenkel. Big hole up the middle. And there we go. We talk about the high-powered offense throwing the ball, and they come out with 2 straight running plays.
Well, both of these teams like to throw the rock, but, yeah, that as much room as that line created on the interior there, if they're going to be that successful, I don't know if I'd put a pass in the air with this wind. If you get 6 or 8 yards going north and south, you should hand it off every play.
Peace. Looking to throw this time, and he's got receiver and is caught up the field. Yes, Christian Jourdain with a great catch inside the 35.
Jourdain just continues to be a great possession receiver for these Lions as they need a reception. He's one of the first ones they're looking for, and they throw the ball to a lot of guys.
Lumberjacks, on a 5-game winning streak, and probably the most impressive part of that streak is the 400 yards of offense, just under, but they're holding their opponents to only 231 yards, and that's been extremely impressive, the defense, as that pass just sailed on Peace.
Looked like that one might have got away from him a little bit. And Coach Carthel talked about that in his press conference about his defense is going to be really tested. He felt pretty good about the game last week. Other than the first drive and the last drive, they held him to like 68 yards the rest of the game. But he said this East Texas A&M offense is probably the strongest. He actually said this offensive line is as strong as any line they've seen since Houston. And that's the University of Houston that is 6-1 right now in FBS play.
Second down and 10. Peace going to keep it himself, trying to get the edge, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain.
Kind of took a big hit over there. Didn't see who that was. Looks like number 10 is what I would guess, but let's let them tell us.
It's hard to see some of those numbers for the SFA Lumberjacks. On the back of the jerseys, they're a little bit easier.
Right, when they turn them back.
The front, it's a little harder.
They credited Jalen Washington with that tackle.
Peace to throw again. Proctor in a battle on that sideline. No flag. Look for a flag. Looked like good players just fighting, both of them fighting for the ball on that one.
It really did. There was contact, but it was both ways. It was a tight pass. He got his left arm. I think his right arm, he feels like his right arm was being held. I couldn't see it, but he did have a chance to bring his right arm up to try to take possession for whatever reason. I think that's why Proctor was looking for that flag in that situation.
We're going to have a field goal attempt. 46. It's going to be a 46-yarder into the wind.
That wind is a crosswind now. That's a little scary.
Low snap.
Blocked.
And the ball is blocked, picked up by the Lumberjacks. They're going the other way. Midfield and shoved out of bounds at the 40-yard. It was a low snap, and they had a lot of trouble with it as it looked like I think Ben Mahan, the punter that was holding, it was a low snap. He picks it up, tries to get it, and by that time, I didn't see who it was that blocked it.
The right side of that defensive line, it looked like they almost jumped offside. They didn't. They just had timed it so well they were able to get in the backfield and just get a piece of that ball to block it and put it in play for that special teams. And, in a game like this, special teams give you an advantage. Watch out.
So already we've seen the kickoff after the touchdown go out of bounds because of the wind. And now we've seen a blocked field goal and excellent field position for the Lumberjacks. That handoff to Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley he made the cut. He just slipped. If he hits his feet, he's got a lot of yardage, a lot of room to run there in front of him after he makes the cut to miss, to shake the tackle.
And he still gained 4 yards even after stumbling.
Ball's on the ground.
Lots of time rolling around, still looking. He's just going to keep it himself and step out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Vidlak couldn't find a receiver and just decided to keep it himself.
He's got great awareness as he can sense that. Sometimes you'll see him even when he doesn't see it, he feels it. And he gets out and he uses his legs in that situation when the coverage was really good downfield to get positive yardage and set up a 3rd and short here, about 5 yards for a little over 4 for a first down opportunity for the Lumberjacks.
Vidlak wide open again, and once again seems to be his favorite target so far, Kylan Harris. It's going to be enough for a first down. Halfway through this first quarter. Started late because of a weather delay.
Showing blitz.
Wide receiver screen to Harris on that left side, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds.
I like the play call because previous play call, East Texas showing zone. You just go camp out in the soft spot of the zone, you get the completion. This time showing blitz, you got man coverage, you get that wide receiver out. If you get a good block, break one tackle, you can take those to the house, right? So I like the play call in there. Fortunately, the defense for the Lions contained that play.
Second down and about 8 yards to go. Lots of time. Vidlak throws it, and it's intercepted. Up that right side, getting up near midfield. That was a phenomenal play by the defender, Gillespie, who just he almost had the one on that first drive we talked about, and then he did get that one.
Well, Vidlak threw it off his back foot. The pressure was coming. He didn't have a chance to step through and follow through. So when you watch him on this replay, you'll see the pressure's coming. He's looking, and he gets that pressure. He just throws off his back foot, and it just short arms it. That allows Gillespie to get in there and make that interception. Great turnover for the Lions as they gave up that big play on special teams, but they get it back on defense here.
And much needed for the Lions because you're facing maybe going down 14-0, maybe 10-0. Although the last couple of weeks, and we should talk about that, they kind of thrive on that. Last week being down early 21-0 and coming back to win that game as that handoff goes nowhere. Schenkel tackled in the backfield.
They may thrive on it, but I don't think it does a lot for Coach Dozell's blood pressure.
No, probably not.
I think his game plan this week is not to get behind by 21 and then come back and win. Last week they did a great job. It was a phenomenal game to watch, but you didn't like it too much in the first quarter and a half if you're a Lions fan.
Yeah, beating UIW 52-45. Second down and long. Piece across the middle. He's got a receiver, and it's caught. Breaking some tackles, and inside the 35-yard line is Paul Odidi.
Paul Odidi had a big game. He came out last week and had a huge game against UIW. You know, he got injured last season in going into the season, actually ruptured his spleen. He was a senior, but they were able to petition and get his eligibility extended because of that injury. He missed the whole season. Last week he had a huge game against UIW. Great reception right there.
Hand off to Schenkel, and Schenkel's going to get a couple of yards.
Good to see Ron Peace out there. He had to leave the game last week. It wasn't serious. I think they said he was cramping, some stuff like that going on, but Eric Rodriguez came in and
available tonight too. We might see both of them out there at some point in time. Schenkel has to come off because his helmet came off. E.J. Oakman in the backfield with Peace. And Peace under pressure, throws it high, trying to get Jourdain, and just through Jourdain's hands.
Schenkel tried to get that block on the backside. He didn't do it. Peace felt the pressure coming and drifted to his left, just got that ball away. A little too high for Jourdain. Oakman, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I knew what you meant.
Well, you know, I'm old. I miss names now and again.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8.
It doesn't help that one is KJ and one is EJ.
Yeah.
And they're both phenomenal runners.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Peace looking across the middle. He's got a receiver. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. Once again, Odidi inside the 25.
Odidi looked like he's picking up where he left off last week with two receptions to move the chains on this drive. You got another option on offense as you're on Peace. I mean, he'll get the ball to 8, 9, 10 guys a game, and now you add somebody else in that mix. That's scary.
He's going for the end zone, and it is caught. Caught in the corner, front corner. Devin Matthews, I believe that was.
That was a beautiful pass and catch. Matthews just on a go route on that left side, and Peace drops it right on a dime, just right there. He's the only person that make a play on the ball. He watches it in. Touchdown, Lions.
And now because of that interception, instead of being down possibly 10, 14-0, your chance right here to possibly make this a 7-7 game.
Don't jinx Rigby. Oslo Rigby in the kick and got a tremendous leg.
And it is good. And just like that, 3:28 to play in the first. We're tied 7-7. Be back here in Commerce after this. apiece to Matthews. Has this game knotted up at 7. So see if the kickoff here, the wind messes with the kickoff here. It's still swirling wind, as you talked about.
Died a little bit, but he's got a great leg anyway.
And he just kicked it line drive through the end zone. So SFA will have the ball when we come back after this.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of Looking Glass Lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Lumberjacks have the ball, their own 25-yard line after the touchback. Their third possession, scored on a touchdown their first time, then interception thrown by Vidlick on their second possession. Tie game at 7. Handoff on an end around, trying to get to the edge and getting pushed out of bounds. Jalen Jenkins.
Jenkins being very patient on that left side, just trying to see if he get the edge to pursuit there, but he still gets 5 yards. You'll take that on first down.
Yeah. Football math tells you 5 yards a play will move the chains.
Typically, it is a successful formula.
Handoff. More broken tackles. Could have been taken down for a loss, but instead Jenkins turns it into about a half-yard gain.
Vaughn Williams coming up to make the stop for the Lions after he broke those tackles.
Been like a lot of time stepping up and throwing it.
It was just
incomplete.
Great blocking by that line. I thought they were going to get to him, but he showed such patience, such pocket awareness as he's just kind of moves, drifts to his left, drifts to his right, kind of took a half step up, and then he threw what could have been a makeable reception, just a little bit long on that, little too much lead there on that pass.
And he had to do that because there again, great coverage by Gillespie. We've seen him so far tonight make the interception, have several, and great coverage by Gillespie on that play.
And this defense was challenged. Coach Dalzell, was a little bit frustrated. They gave up 35 points in the first half of the game last week. They came out after half. They only gave up 10. in that second half, and he wants to see a full 4 quarters of defense being played out there.
We're going to have a timeout taken by Stephen F. Austin.
Timeout of the half, 30 seconds in length.
And somehow the clock is still running.
Yeah, they'll catch it eventually. Not yet.
Yeah, official is running in from the back. They're trying to get them. Now they finally stopped it at 1:57.
You know, Greg, if what we've seen in this first quarter is indicative of what we're going to see this game, man, this is going to be a quarterback masterpiece. Both of these young quarterbacks showing tremendous poise and really getting the job done early in this one.
2:09. 2:09.
They're going to add 12 seconds back to the clock. So we'll see punt here by the Lumberjacks. Nice high kick, and it bounces. It hits the Lions. I think the Lumberjacks may have come up with it. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think you're going to get an interference with the ability to catch thrown by that the referee there.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is, but the ball bounced up and hit the Lions.
Kind of looks like what it's going. See what they say here. The officials discuss the call.
See what they come up with.
Catching interference.
Yep,
Number
you're
30,
right.
Kicking team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
See if we can
Timeout on the
see
field.
what happened. Yeah, he's trying to come up, and just the defender tries to avoid him, just kind of runs into him, and that's a penalty when that yellow flag comes out.
So Lions will have it when we come back right after this. After the penalty, good field position to start this drive for East Texas A&M. Peace. Lots of time and just can't connect with Jourdain.
Flag on the field. That one, Jourdain started to look away. The ball hit him.
Holding.
See what this.
Number 56. Offense. 10 yards.
That's why he had a lot of room to run.
Wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered had he caught it, but I think that's one Jourdain would normally catch. He just started looking away before he possessed it.
It was low.
It was.
Peace was running to his left, throwing back across his body. It was a little bit low, but you're right. That's something we normally see Jourdain catch. It's going to be first down and 20. Peace changing the play. Peace under pressure, steps up. He's got Rasheed Schenkel cross midfield. He's going to get all the way inside the 40. That's going to be enough for a first down.
It took a while to develop. Schenkel goes from the backfield to the right side and then just curls around the backside into the defense coming across. Gets himself open while Peace is trying to maneuver. First down for the Lions.
Peace got another receiver near side, and that's caught inside the 20-yard line. Alexander on that one.
Alexander just had to kind of climb up and get it as that ball sailed just a little bit. Probably a little push from the wind, but it's a nice catch there on the sideline for another first down.
Under a minute, or right at a minute to play in this opening quarter. And there's a crossing play that's caught.
He was down. Ball comes out, but receiver was down. Proctor, it is, I believe.
Yep.
Nice possession catch. And the official came in pointing down pretty quickly on that to settle any controversy really quick.
So it'll be first and goal at the 6-yard line. And Coach Carthel talked about this week, Adam, that he was worried about this high-powered offense for the Lions. You see how quickly they've moved up the field on this drive, taking over with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Peace fighting his way forward, and he's going to get into the end zone. I thought he was down.
I thought he was down, too.
Yeah.
And they kept moving the pile. That a little quarterback sneaker turned into a tush push at the 2, and that's touchdown for the Lions there.
He's just kept it up the middle for a touchdown.
Maybe we could see a replay of that at some point. It looked like he was down. He wasn't, obviously, and you just keep pushing until the whistle blows, right?
Yeah, it was, wow. Officials waiting for confirmation that it is a touchdown.
That's happening right below our feet.
And I guess they're good because they signal the play to go.
Officiating review room is below us here in the broadcast booth.
And the kick almost blocked. It's not. We got a penalty marker down, maybe a offsides.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he jumped the snap on that right side.
Offside, number 12.
Yep. Offsides.
Penalty
declined, and so
Try is good.
after the Lumberjacks march down the field to start the game, score a touchdown, the Lions with 14 straight,
see what this
including this phenomenal run. See, I thought right there he went down.
He didn't.
And he didn't. He gets back up, and the entire offensive line pushes him across the goal line. Ron Peace gets credit for the touchdown, but we could probably say that's an offensive touchdown for the Lions.
Credit Donaway and Thursland and a few of those other guys that were in there pushing the workhorses on that front line.
So now the Lions playing with the lead for the first time here at the end of the first quarter. 15 seconds left. Rigby kickoff.
And the importance of scoring before the quarter break, kicking with the wind in his back instead of his face.
Right. And into the end zone for a touchback.
Because we saw the single kickoff from SFA and how the wind just pushed it out of bounds, and the official's flag almost went into the first row of the stands.
You have a player for SFA laying down at midfield. I didn't see what happened.
Not a good look. Looks like the trainer's just trying to figure out where, what's got hit. Check him out. Might have got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, maybe so. He was laying face down. They've just rolled him over.
I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when he gets up. But, man, when you get the breath knocked out of you like that, you think you're dying. and it just takes a minute for your body to kind of reset and to get that wind back in your lungs.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
I think it is. I mean,
helped off.
Could have got his bell rung. Maybe took a shot in the head or something like that, but I didn't see it.
So the Lumberjacks will take over after the touchback at their own 25-yard line, trailing 14-7.
Looks like it might have been an ankle injury, getting some professional word from our supervisor here in the booth.
Handoff. Wembley trips forward for a couple of yards. That's probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. Entertaining quarter.
A lot of action, block, kick, interception, 2 touchdown passes, a touchdown run.
14-7 as we move to the second quarter. We wreck from Commerce right after this. Southland Conference play beating Northwestern State 41-14. SFA trying to keep pace. Right now, starting the second quarter here, they are trailing the hometown Lions 14-7. They have the ball second down and 8.
Oh,
big
man.
hole. And a lot of room on that left side, and getting out of bounds is Wembley.
Perfect call against that defense. Everything was going left for the defense. They came backside with that run. there was a hole so wide, I think you or I could have got 2 or 3 yards on that.
Yeah.
And well, I'd have probably pulled something. You might have got a few extra yards, but just nice run there. Great blocking by the left side. Great play call. They just had the right scheme on there for that defense.
Stepped out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Vidlac down the left side, and I think the air or the wind just got behind that one because he had a receiver and just overthrew him.
Greg, the other undefeated Southland Conference team won today. Southeastern beat HCU 38-14. So Lamar and Southeastern both undefeated. Stephen F. trying to stay undefeated. East Texas would like to do something about that tonight.
Second down and 10 for the Lumberjacks. Hand off to Wembley. Wembley gains 4 yards.
Ran right into the arms of Randy Reese on that left side, who slowed him down long enough for the rest of the defense pursuit to catch up and make that tackle.
Third down and 6. Vidlac cross and almost intercepted. This pass was incomplete.
I'm going to correct myself. That's Caleb Miles, the defensive number 1, not the offensive number 1, that made that stop on that second down play. See this pass and how it was, yeah, the receiver turned into a defender on that one, Greg. And to keep that one from being the second turnover of the night.
Yeah, St. Williams with the play there for the Lions.
We've called his name a couple of times already in this first half.
High punt. It's going to bounce and die inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. So Lions are going to have terrible field position as they start their first drive of the second quarter when we come back after this.
In the heart of East Texas, there's a powerhouse university. For over a century, we've built a legacy of excellence through hard work and determination. And today, we're shaping the future with bold ideas and bright minds. We don't just educate, we transform lives. We are East Texas A&M University.
Life can throw you curveballs.
Oh, my parents are coming over for dinner tonight.
Seriously? You could try and brave the supermarket aisles. But the mountain of laundry isn't going to fold itself. Those dirty dishes won't clean themselves. And remember that science fair project? Yeah, it's due tomorrow. Let our personal shoppers do the shopping for you. Their expertise is what sets them apart from the rest. Just convenience and simplicity. So you can get back to doing what matters most and enjoy the ease of curbside pickup at Brookshire's.
What does by your side mean? It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we will be here for you. We are taking care of family, friends, and neighbors, so we care for you like we care for our loved ones. It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we continue to invest in services, specialties, and team members to provide the trusted care which our growing community needs. Hunt Regional Healthcare, by your side.
Do you enjoy college sports? The athletes, the excitement, the competition? Protect it. Don't lose the excitement of national competition. Don't jeopardize women's sports and Olympic sports. Make sure your favorite athletes continue to enjoy the many important benefits provided to them, and ensure that we preserve and standardize name, image, and likeness rights. Tell Congress to pass the SCORE Act at passthescoreact.com.
Great kick by Lockie Pazabon.
Man, that ball floated. It's called a catch by Odidi there, but that ball floated. It just looked scary. It took a long time for that ball to get from Peace's hands to Odidi's on that play.
That's part of going into that south end of the end zone we were talking about, going that direction with the way the wind is blowing.
And this is the direction that the Lumberjacks were going when Vidlac had the interception in the first.
that the ball kind of died. We talked about throwing it off his back foot, but it just looked like it kind of died. 2nd down and 2. Handoff, enough for a first down. Needed 2, gained 3. Schenkel on the carry.
You talked about the punter. He's from South Yarra, Australia, and that was, being able to pin them inside the 10 at the 5. Special teams already a big part of this game with a block kicked earlier. Now to be able to do that, and if it was a game that field position mattered, that'd be great. Now this doesn't have the feel of one of those games. It looks like both of these teams are going to be able to move the ball a little bit.
He's under pressure and he throws it, and that ball also looked like it died.
Well, he was throwing off balance. There was just too much pursuit coming after him. As he turned around, he didn't have time to set or do anything because the defender was there, so he just chunked the ball, trying to use arm strength, which is hard enough. But then when you've got a 25-mile-an-hour crosswind you're dealing with, makes it a little more challenging.
Preston Kilgore, the intended receiver, the tight end. From Terrell, Texas, just right up the road here from Commerce. Handoff, Schenkel on a draw play. It's about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Not much there, but he makes the most out. It follows the blocker in, and least positive yardage, right?
And I would think, obviously not being a coach, not being down there, but I would think in going with this win, you want to try and stay out of the 3rd down and long situations. I mean, it's obviously favorable anytime to get out of 3rd down and long, but especially in these type of situations where you're kind of forced to throw the ball.
It's kind of blowing. It was south to north. Now it's more east to west, but it's swirling, and it's blowing 20, sometimes gusts up to 25, 30 miles an hour right now. So
he steps up, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be shoved out of bounds around the 21-yard line. He's going to gain about 3 yards.
I think that was supposed to be a wide receiver screen to that left side, but the coverage was there, so he looked to go up the middle with the ball. That was close, so he just tried to get to the sideline and make something happen. Nothing there as the Lumberjacks closed the door on all 3 sides of the field, middle being the side. I realized that didn't make a lot of sense as I said it.
Meehan to punt. You would think Lumberjacks should get pretty decent field position.
Yeah, kicking into the wind like this. Meehan gets the punt, barely gets it away.
It is going to bounce near midfield and go out of bounds. As Bugs Mortimer was back deep for the Lumberjacks. So really good field position near midfield. They're going to mark it at the 47-yard line of the Lumberjacks. So field position battle we talked about.
Seeing it play out right here.
Yeah.
This game's kind of slowed down.
It has.
A lot of passes,
Yeah.
a lot of things happened in the first quarter, but the last few possessions, the defense has stepped up and made the stops they need to make, and kind of a different tenor, a different tone in this game right now. But with their wind at their backs, well, kind of cross, look for Stephen F. to try to put the ball down the field here.
Handoff. Nope. Thought he hit handoff. They're going to get a pass interference call.
I think it's the right call. It looked like he got there and kind of grabbed him around the waist as the ball was being delivered.
I think Williams is going to get that one.
Pass interference. Number 15, defense.
That's not a good reason to be calling Williams' name. The other times we've called it have been great plays, but that time just gets there a little early. It's going to give the Lumberjacks first down on the Lions side of the field.
Talked about Lumberjacks a 5-game winning streak, and they're holding their opponents to just over 230 yards total per game. That pass gets out across the 40.
Williams makes the first defender miss and turns that into what could have been a loss to a gain of about 5.
So 231 yards total they've been giving up, and the Lions already with almost 160 in this game.
Yeah, I don't think that average is going to hold unless something dramatic happens for the rest of this game.
Handoff. Trying to get to the left side and get out of bounds. He's going to be that was a nice run, nice blocking. Jalen Jenkins able to get to the edge.
Yeah, really nice run by Jenkins to get that sideline and just use his speed to get far enough up to get the chains moved and set up another first down here.
First down from the 29-yard line. Vidlac going towards the end zone and almost a one-handed catch. And I'll tell you what I like about that. Both receiver and defender fighting for the kind of like what we saw earlier with Proctor for the Lions. No flag thrown. They're both fighting back and forth. That's the consistency you talk about.
Right. There was a good no call. There was contact, but if you were going to throw a flag every time you had that kind of contact between a defensive back and a receiver, you'd have a flag on every pass play.
Right. Second down and 10. Vidlac going to catch is made, and immediately a good tackle. Jenkins makes the catch.
That was a great open field tackle by Cooper. I'm sorry. Got that wrong. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of room over there to run, but that open field tackle was probably a first down at least.
Probably, if not more.
There's a handoff to Jenkins. He's got a big hole up the middle. He's going to get across the 25 to the 24. And we'll see with this win, do they try? Looks like they're going to line up and go for it instead of trying the field goal, the 4th down and 5.
Interesting call. Great fake by Vidlac.
Vidlac under pressure, rolling out. He's way back near midfield, and he is going to throw it, and it is caught, but not enough for a first down as he throws it right back to the line of scrimmage because he went so far backwards.
He's showing his creativity, athleticism, footwork. He might be a Dancing on the Stars candidate someday, but he got so far back the receiver had to run back across the line of the game, going away from where he needed the wrong direction to make the catch. So you make the catch, but just no way that they were going to get the first down with the coverage there.
Blaine Green with that reception. Turnover on downs. So Lions defense doing what they need to do, holding.
They have. They've got Stephen F. Austin 7 points. That's all they've got. But the problem is their offense only has 14. So we still have a really tight game so far.
See what Lions can do on this possession, and on that first play, not much.
No, that cut. McMillan was going left side, and then he tried to get it back and maybe would have had some room, but he just kind of got tripped by the 21-yard line there, 24-yard line, and lost his footing.
Yeah, McMillan, the 3rd running back we've seen in the game here so far for the Lions. Piece across the middle, a big hit. Ball pops out and comes right to Jourdain.
What a crazy play there. And the ball hit to Preston Kilgore, and he gets hit. Ball pops up. Christian Jourdain is right place, right time. You think it's thrown up way? Did they do that?
That was insane.
Receivers room, they say, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Like, I need a receiver here. You're going to pop it back to them.
It's all about positioning.
3rd down and 3. That's just
a bizarre play.
And I think they're going to maybe look at this last play.
The of a catch is under further review.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if maybe it, like, he went down to catch it, maybe it hit the ground, popped up to Jourdain, or
I kind of thought it did real time. Let's look at the replay and see if we can see, because he gets the ball, and then there's the hit, and the ball is where – it looks like the ball might have hit the ground right there, maybe.
Yeah. And if it did, it's probably an incomplete pass, because I don't know if he had possession of it before losing it.
Yeah, they're going to want to make sure. It was an odd play. It just felt funny.
Yeah.
East Texas wanted to get that snap because they don't want it to be looked at again, most likely. But just a tight bang play there as he goes down. And of course, we're seeing it slow motion, real time. You have to make that judgment and assessment.
And we did learn earlier before the game that every play is signed off on by the replay officials. So the replay officials are looking at every play, and the next play cannot happen until they say, yes, it's good.
No, I totally understand it, but you got an official right there, and they just stared the ball down. Maybe his hand was under it there. It hit and bounced up. The only thing is his hand was under it. But you have to have inconclusive evidence that to overturn the call.
Correct,
the
and that's something they talked about. Yep.
So if they can't see it from the camera shot and make that delineation on that call, they're going to let it stand.
And of course, they have extra cameras that, angles that we don't see and we don't have. And they're looking at it and they're making that determination right now. Got a good long talk with him during that weather delay before the game, asking him some questions. And they said, like professional, they got challenge flags. They throw the challenge flags. They got a couple of those for each game. That's not the case here. The case here is they look at each play, and they're the ones that determine, nope, we need to go back and look at that, or nope, you can go on and play the next play. And that's what happened here. They weren't satisfied, and they decided, let's look at it.
I think they're having to take a long time to really look at this one, because it's hard. From what we saw a couple of different angles there. From what we saw, it was really hard to see whether or not.
And if he's down, because his knee hit down also, if they rule him down and it's a catch, the ball would actually move up a little bit.
The catch is overturned to incomplete.
So it
is incomplete? Okay.
23-yard line.
Good. It was a good stoppage and good call to get that play right. So got this last angle to look at it again, and as it goes down, the ball hits the ground evidently right there, bounces back up. It looks like a great play, but instead it's an incompletion, so now it's going to be 3rd and 11.
And what I was saying is, because of where it happened, if for whatever reason they determined that if it was a completion and he was down, the ball would have been a yard or two in front, and it would have been a lot more manageable 3rd down anyways. It was a quick pass to the right side and going nowhere as McMillan
was out there in space, but he was just corralled by 3 different defenders that were able to keep him from getting yardage and push it to 4th down. So the Lumberjack defense getting the job done as well here.
Right, yeah. After the quick 21 points we had scored between the two teams, things have really settled down, and both teams kind of locking in here.
Wind's not quite as strong. Meehan in to punt this one. And its field position, being able to get the ball out a little bit has helped with this field position. But see how this punt goes.
Nice.
Beautiful punt.
High kick taken at the 23-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. Bypassing one player. Stepping out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Great bug run.
Mortimer.
Bugs Mortimer. I started to say Bugs Mortimer. Great run back by Mortimer there to get that sideline. That was a beautiful kick by Meehan, but they still have pretty good field position for this possession.
here at Ernest Hawkins Field Memorial Stadium, home of the East Texas A&M Lions. 4th year as members of the Southland Conference in Division I.
First year that they're eligible for postseason play.
Hand off on an end around and up to the 36-yard line. And Richard Reese with the carry.
Nice tackle by King there from the backside pursuit, coming in to keep that to just a 3-yard gain.
$137 total yards of offense for the Lumberjacks here in the first half. There's a wide receiver screen and first down right at the sticks.
Effective screen there as Harris gets that, and had Green over there running interference blocking for him, so he was able to get the edge, get the first down.
Good luck, back to pass, going deep down that right side. Incomplete. Look like
a little too much arm on that one. Good coverage by the line defender.
Intended for Green on that side.
Gillespie in coverage for the Lions.
Well, he's done a good job tonight. We've mentioned his name many times, and he's done a really good job in coverage tonight.
Both defenses really settling in here so far.
2nd down and 10. Handoff, big hole on that right side, all the way up near midfield as Reese gets that carry.
A lot of running room there for Richard Reese getting on that right side. He's going to set it up to a 3rd and very makeable 3 here for the Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks very balanced so far. 84 passing yards, 70 rushing yards.
Yeah, both of these teams coming in have almost not quite 2-to-1, but let's say 70-30 split passing the ball.
There's a direct snap all the way. Jarrell Wembley across the.
Nice run by Wembley. They caught the Lion defense playing inside, and he takes that wildcat snap. Vedlak fakes the bad snap or something, and defense bites. Hesitates just for that split second.
He got me, too.
He was able to get the edge and get that first down. But, yeah, the more balanced attack definitely coming from Stephen F. Austin tonight, as they look very balanced, where the Lions are very obviously a passing team tonight.
As they are most games on the season. 84-82 pass to rush for the Lumberjacks. Vidlak throws that one, a rocket, incomplete, trying to get the ball into Harris again.
Harris probably going to want that one back when he goes back and watches it. It was a nice pass there by Vidlak, and a catchable ball, just unable to make that catch in that possession.
You're just joining us late in the second quarter. We had a 49-minute weather delay to start the game. Supposed to start at 6 o'clock Central Time. Here's a pass complete to the near sideline and pushed out of bounds for a first down. As Nick Blake gets that one.
Caleb Miles just got out of position. He turns his back, and the receiver turned around and came back, just created about 7 yards of space for the easy pitch and catch for the first down. The Lumberjacks got a little bit of a drive going here, starting to get close to that red zone.
I'm trying to put together something towards the end of this half. First down and 10. Handoff. Wembley, big hole on that left side of the line, and Wembley did a good job of waiting for the blockers and then cutting back up and getting a huge gain on first down.
He really did. He was kind of going left, cuts it back to the right, and then when he saw the opening, he accelerated, and, man, he had some great acceleration to get through the hole, get some great yardage there. This time, not much room offered by that defense.
Right back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
C.K. Williams in on the tackle for the Lions. Lumberjacks trying to even it up here before we get to the half. And they need to, because, you know, the Lions get the ball coming out of halftime. They won the toss but deferred. So if you're the Lumberjacks here, you don't want to put yourself in a position to potentially be down 2 scores, worst case scenario.
Lumberjacks still with 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout. Wembley trying to get to the right side, tackled. Nice open field tackle. Once again, helmet comes off.
I thought he had it. He was accelerating on the right side, but just great defense. Great pursuit there, to get that tackle and to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 8 instead of what looked like it might be a touchdown.
2-minute timeout.
Yeah, we've seen Kupu do that twice tonight, open field tackle that preserved some yardage, and he just did it again. We got the 2-minute timeout. It's 3rd down and goal when we come back right after this.
In the heart of East Texas, there's a powerhouse university. For over a century, we've built a legacy of excellence through hard work and determination. And today, we're shaping the future with bold ideas and bright minds. We don't just educate, we transform lives. We are East Texas A&M University.
Life can throw you curveballs.
Oh, my parents are coming over for dinner tonight.
Seriously? You could try and brave the supermarket aisles. But the mountain of laundry isn't going to fold itself. Those dirty dishes won't clean themselves. And remember that science fair project? Yeah, it's due tomorrow. Let our personal shoppers do the shopping for you. Their expertise is what sets them apart from the rest. Just convenience and simplicity. So you can get back to doing what matters most and enjoy the ease of curbside pickup at Brookshire's.
What does by your side mean? It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we will be here for you. We are taking care of family, friends, and neighbors, so we care for you like we care for our loved ones. It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we continue to invest in services, specialties, and team members to provide the trusted care which our growing community needs. Hunt Regional Healthcare, by your side.
Big 3rd down play coming up for the Lumberjacks. Chance to try and tie this game. Lions trying to hold them to possibly a field goal. And maybe get the ball back with 3 timeouts. Maybe try and go down and score themselves. Vidlac. Back to pass, throws it across, and it's juggled. Ball's on the ground. I
don't think either.
Not sure if it was caught. They're going to say he's down at the half-yard line.
Yeah, if he had possessed the ball, it certainly looked like he was down, and the ball, it couldn't be a fumble. I'm not sure he possessed that ball.
Yeah, that was a very quick. We'll see if
timeout.
The pass has it stepped. The ball. I don't think that's a catch. I think they're going to look at that.
I agree.
Timeout's called by East Texas here. Probably, prayer for play, but maybe get a review on this. Give the referee a little more time to look at that one, because I wouldn't be surprised to see that overturned.
Yeah, I would. I agree. We'll see with this replay. See if we can see.
I mean, he comes down, but you got to maintain the possession through the tackle, and that ball is out. I just don't think he maintained possession through the tackle, through the contact like you're supposed to do. I think that's going to be an incompletion. But I've been wrong multiple times today already, so what do I know, right?
Yeah, we haven't got an official review yet. Looks like they're going to set it down at the half-yard line.
Well, that'd make it a 4th and goal. Interesting situation here. I just have a hard time believing that we are not going to take another look at that.
Yeah, Colby Carthel's probably wanting him to look at it to see if maybe he got across the goal line for a touchdown also.
I wouldn't be asking for that if I was Coach Carthel. I really wouldn't. I don't think that's what that's going to reveal.
So no word from upstairs.
Okay, well, 4th and goal. Big
4th
play.
and goal from the 1 half-yard line.
Big play here.
Lumberjacks lined up to go for it. Vidlak's going to take it in himself, in for a touchdown.
What a way to finish that drive. If you're the Lumberjacks, you needed that. You find yourself down, approaching halftime. They get the ball down the field, and then just to power it in like that. I mean, that wasn't an easy conversion. That took 4 plays inside the 10, and you had to make it on a 4th and 1.
So extra point attempt here to try and tie this game at 14. The minute 41 to play in the first half. And kick is up, and it is good. And a little bit of pushing around. Broken up. Tie game, 14-14. We'll be right back from Commerce. For the Lumberjacks, tying the game at 14 after the extra point. So now the Lions have 2 timeouts, minute 41. Try and see if they can get a score here before the half. As you said, they get the ball coming out of halftime.
You really want to take advantage of this. You got 2 of your timeouts left. You got a minute 34, plenty of time to get yourself down the field in scoring position. Definitely want it as Jacob Pan gets that kickoff. Jacob kicking for SFA. He's from Mansfield, Texas.
Mansfield, Texas.
Spent a few years of my life there.
So you're familiar with that place?
I am. I have a brother that lives there. I spent a few years there as well.
Lions will have the ball at the 21-yard line. First down and 10. Minute 34. A screen pass, and Oakman is going to lose yards back to the 18.
I think the only one that didn't know that was a screen was the person working the gas station next door, Greg, because that was sniffed out by the defense and goes for a loss.
That gas station next door got a lot of buzz over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, in case you're wondering, we are playing next to a gas station. That is true.
Rolling and a sack. He's had trouble with that snap, and the ball was a little bit of trouble there, and Carthel is going to call a timeout for the Lumberjacks.
Why not? Now you're thinking we might could score again. I mean,
right?
They have 2 back-to-back negative yardage plays by your defense, just doing a great job out there, creating an opportunity here potentially for more points here in the first half.
All the way back to the 8-yard line, so you're looking at second down and our third down and 23 after this timeout. And you're right, so chance to maybe take the lead.
It looked worse because with the push, they actually brought him down around the 3 or 4, but the forward progress was the 8.
Correct.
So still, it's a third and a almost insurmountable. It's not. We've seen him do it before. Rompies has the athleticism in the arm to get him out of this hole. But I don't know. You might call a safe run play here, make him use one more of their timeouts to kill that clock instead of, if you throw the ball and you get an incompletion, you stop the clock for them, giving them that much more time and a timeout in their pocket.
Bill Parcells used to say that there's 4 things that can happen on every pass play, and 3 of them are bad or something like those lines.
Something like that. We're going to pass the ball.
There's a wide receiver screen. It's going to get up to the 14-yard line. Another timeout for Coach Carthel, and they are going to get the ball back with no timeouts.
That's essentially an extended run with that wide receiver screen. We've seen it.
Final timeout
incomplete.
30 seconds in length.
With that completion there, and able to, didn't get much. You don't expect that to go for a first down, but you give yourself a little breathing room, but you make them spend that timeout, and you get them to, it should be 0. I think you're right. I don't think there's one showing on the scoreboard. Now they heard you and they corrected it, but that helps out. That you don't give them that extra timeout in their pocket to play with. Still have 56 seconds. Still got to complete this punt. Still got one of the most dangerous return men in the Southland Conference. Back there.
Yeah, and you think that they should get the ball with decent field position, at least around midfield.
Winds kind of died down from where we were when we started this game.
Mahan to punt. Mortimer back. Takes them all at 38-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. He gets across midfield. Good run back inside the 40-yard line. There is a flag down that make him back for holding.
And if that actually was what I saw, it was behind the play. You don't have to make that behind the play. It's going to take what was a really good run back as Mortimer goes all the way back to the back side of the field to get a great run back. And it's going to holding penalty. So instead of having great field position, now you're back on the negative side of the 50.
Ball be at the 45-yard line with 42 seconds. No timeouts left in the half, but plenty of time to get in field goal position here for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, still great field position, but, man, if they had the ball where Mortimer got,
he got pushed out of bounds around the 38, 37-yard line.
I mean, you're almost in field goal position there.
Vidlac in the gun with 3 receivers to the left. Sets up the screen. Lots of room on the left side. Wembley's going to get out of bounds across the 45. It's going to be enough for a first down at the 44-yard line.
Vidlac just showing great great patience as he just kind of teased that defensive pursuit to keep coming until the running back can get open and gets that for that first down pass play there.
Wembley sent in motion. Idlak's going to throw it, and incomplete pass intended for Green.
Caleb Miles defending that, knocks it away.
31 seconds in the half. Lumberjacks looking to try and take the lead before the break.
Probably want to get another first down before you start thinking field goal. Unless you got Brandon Aubrey out there somewhere.
Oh, snap. Idlak.
Got a man.
And it's intercepted by the Lions. And the Lions are going to be all the way up to the 35-yard line. And guess who? Gillespie again.
He had Kylan Harris wide open. Harris had his man beat by 3 yards. If he gets that ball out there, that's a touchdown for the Lumberjacks. But I think he thought Harris was going to come back for it when Harris kept running, puts it out there. Gillespie plays center fielder. And now, if you're the Lions, you got 22 seconds, 2 timeouts. Why not, right? You're in good field position.
See if they can do something with it. Peace back out there. Oakman in the backfield with him.
Something Coach Carthel talked about. They were -2 in turnovers last year in this game. It feels like that's one of the reasons they lost, and they find themselves -2 right now with that interception.
There's a pass, and it is caught across the 30-yard line and into Devin Matthews gets inside the 20.
Devin Big Play Matthews there. It's all he does is make big plays. One of the leading second, I think he's second leading receiver last time I looked. I'd have to look that up again, but a great play by Matthews.
And I'm not sure why they didn't take one of their timeouts there. Instead, they spiked the ball.
I don't know. Yeah, Matthews with 452 on the year. Only one ahead of him is Christian Jourdain with 462. But, yeah, instead of using one of the 2 timeouts, they rush up. The time runs off the clock. You got 11 seconds, maybe 2 shots to the end zone.
Peace looking, goes across the middle, incomplete.
So you can do that one more time. They lost 4 seconds ticked off in that. But you got to do that. He took 1, 2, threw the ball.
And I think they're going to not take a chance. They're going to send the field goal unit on and let Rigby try and make this a 3-point game before the half.
Smart move, because if you catch the ball in play and you try to fight for yardage or anything, the clock's going to run out, right?
Yeah, and I go back to not taking the timeout whenever they get the first down. If you immediately take that timeout, as that kick is up, and it is no good.
Went wide left.
Went wide left, yep.
Just missed to the left, so lost opportunity there for the Lions to get points on the board. We lost opportunity from the Lumberjacks to get points on the board.
Yeah, so I go back to the play where, so by not doing that, what happens is as soon as they set the ball, they start the clock.
Right.
Then you have to snap it and spike it. You lose a couple of seconds in that area, 3-4 seconds. If you take that time out, you maybe have 2 shots at the end zone, or even to get a little bit closer, because you still have another timeout.
Right. I absolutely agree.
I'm confused on not using the timeout there.
You call the timeout you would have had 15 seconds on the clock. It gives you 2 passes to the end zone comfortably. Then if you need it, you got the timeout. You go kick the field goal then at that point. But it didn't work that way, and we're all tied up.
Tied up at the break, 14-14. We'll be back with halftime right after this. 14-14, East Texas A&M and Stephen F. Austin tied up at the break. We got the band performing for the crowd. We're going to come back and get you halftime stats from the first half right after this from Commerce. Come in and they do score on the first drive. They get the last touchdown of the half, bookending 2 scoring drives by East Texas A&M. There for the beginning, we thought it was going to be just a huge, kind of a barn burner here. It's 21 points scored pretty fast in that first quarter. And then the defense is kind of settled in, and just 7 points scored in that second quarter by the Lumberjacks. And we've got us kind of a little battle here, 14-14.
We really do. This is a tough game for both teams. Stephen F. Austin comes in undefeated in conference play. They expect to win. They got a great program, very strong defense. Their offense is powerful. It's a good offense, but their defense is known for shutting down the run game, shutting down the pass game, and just being a dominating defense. Meanwhile, East Texas comes in trying to find their way. They had a very difficult pre-conference schedule, man. I mean, they played 2 top 25 teams, FBS teams, to start the season on the road. They're on the road for weeks before they come in. Their first home game wasn't until the end of September, and then they have to come in and start conference play. And, they're 2-1 in conference play. They are sitting in 4th place. It's a 3-way tie with 3 undefeateds. 2 of them won today. Stephen F. Austin, this 3rd one, trying to win. And then you've got the next team there, East Texas A&M, sitting there with 1 loss. If they can pull a win tonight, they're going to be tied with Stephen F. Austin in the loss column. And you know what? All these teams still have to play each other. So Lamar, Southeastern, East Texas already played Lamar, but they still have to play Southeastern, and they still play each other. So they're looking at this game. They can play themselves into contention for potentially a share of or maybe an outright Southland Conference title, which is a huge thing for them. Meanwhile, Stephen F. Austin had designs on postseason play last year, and one of the spoilers for that was East Texas A&M beating them here last year at homecoming.
Got some first half highlights we want to get to. Lions putting up almost 200 yards of offense. Stephen F. Austin, they had 215 yards, as you see, these big returns and big pass plays.
Yeah, that block kicked, and that I love that. I hope, both these teams have made Sports Center for different reasons. So a few times this year, I really hope that jump makes it, because that was great. You see that interception right there.
Yeah, first of 2 interceptions by Gillespie in that first half. Had a monster game.
And that pass play for a touchdown.
That was gorgeous.
And the one that Vidlac had in the corner to start this game, just phenomenal.
And then you have the run by Peace where everybody pushes him across the goal line for the touchdown.
There's that pass. Man, that was beautiful. That was the first score of the game, but that was a beautiful play in the corner of the end zone there.
And another interception, this one by Gillespie as well. And the Lions really with the 2 turnovers, they got the 2 interceptions and the 7 points off of the 1 turnover or one of those interceptions. And that's kind of the difference in the game right now. I mean, it's tie game, but the defense by the Lions getting those turnovers, and you talked about how Coach Carthel talked about this week, how they lost the turnover battle last year, and he really felt like that was pivotal. And here they are right now behind in that.
Yeah, and we're tied. That's 2 potential scoring drives that were ended because of turnover. But, man, I'm going to say if Gillespie keeps catching like that, maybe line him up on offense. Let him be like a Travis Hunter. There have already been 8 different receivers catch a ball from Ron Peace. Make him the 9th. Put him down there. If he's got hands, I usually say, when a defensive back drops what looks like should be a sure interception, I'll say that's why they play defense. If they could catch, they play wide receiver. But obviously Gillespie's catching some balls here. Maybe give him a shot, right?
Like 115 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
You're going to just let that hang there, huh?
I'm going to let that hang there.
Go ahead.
I took that as a just one of those, questions that does rhetorical type questions. Peace with 187 yards, on 12 of 18, pretty efficient for Peace. 172 passer rating right now. But we talked about the balance of the offense for SFA, 115 passing, 100 rushing, whereas because of the adjustment for the sack, East Texas only has 11 rushing yards.
And that's what I like that for Stephen F. Austin. They're balanced. They're already at 100 yards rushing. In a tight game, if you can get a lead and then control the ball through a running game, you can take the air out of the ball, is what you say in basketball, or just possessions off the board and really dictate the tenor of the pace of the game, which puts Stephen F. Austin in a good position.
All right, we're going to take another break. It is 14-14 at the half. Bandon out here playing for the crowd. We'll be right back from Commerce. We got the third quarter kickoff coming up right after this. The coin toss elected to defer in the first half, so they will get the ball to start the second half. Adam in that first half, the Lions with missed opportunities. They got 14 points. They had a field goal that was blocked, and then the field goal attempt at the end of the half that was wide left, whereas they could possibly be up 20-14 right now if both of those had gone the way they should have or wanted to.
Well, special teams factoring in there, and even with the punting game that we saw there in that second quarter, basically a few exchanges of punts, and it put Stephen F. Austin in position to be able to put a drive together to score that tying touchdown.
Wind has died down quite a bit from when we started the game. There's still a little bit of a breeze, but not anything like what we saw at the beginning of this game.
No, it's turning into what anyone from any other part of the country would probably laugh at this other than the South, but it's turning into jacket weather as it's a cool 68 degrees, and that's not cold up north or in a lot of parts of the country or world, but everybody here is breaking out the the winter wear. You would think it might be snowing next week the way we respond to a cold front coming through.
I would have wore shorts if they would have let me.
I'm the only one with short sleeve shirt on up here. So
there is a pass across the middle, caught across the 40-yard line. Tyler Daniels with that catch.
So you slant. You just run a slant across the middle of the field, and Ron Peace 3 steps, fires for a first down reception.
Ball be at the 41-yard line. First down and 10.
Halftime adjustments so big at every level of the game.
Peace steps up, and he's going to be brought down. He's going to lose yardage back to the 39.
There's that defense's Aaron Austin gets free off that end and comes in to make that tackle for Stephen F. for the loss.
So loss of 2, second down, 12. Coach Cornell kind of talked about it this week that they remember last year. They remember the loss here. They haven't beat the Lions in Commerce since 1973. And they know these statistics. It was a nice run by Schenkel up to the 45, gain of 7.
That was before you were even born.
It was before I was born.
A long time to go without a victory. And yeah, he
that's when you graduate high school, right?
Not quite, but when you listen to his press conference, he does talk about that. So they ask him, is this a revenge game for last year? And he says, no. But then as he keeps talking, he talks about how he and the players remember not only losing the game, but also losing, a playoff chance because of this loss.
Peace looking to pass, going down that side and incomplete, overthrowing. It's good coverage on that side.
Good. It was a nice pass as it drops in there, just a little bit long, so it goes incomplete. But almost in the same breath he was saying, no, it's not a revenge game. He finished the thought process pointing out that there are players on the team that remember this game and definitely want to, have a different outcome. So
for sure.
There's a bit of that factor. Plus, he was the coach here.
Right, exactly. And this defense, there's a lot of pride there. Giving up almost 200 yards in that first half, they know that that they're better than that, and they want to show that. And they did on that drive right there.
Yeah, Lumberjack defense taking care of business on that opening drive. Tremendous punt by Meehan.
Yeah.
It's going to pin him inside the 10.
The 6-yard line. So great job. We talked about in the first half the field possession battle. And at that moment you said, well, it was 14-7. And you said it doesn't look like that's going to really take a factor the way this game is playing out. But from that moment,
it
has been very much a defensive battle between these two teams. They've moved the ball, but then there's been big plays by both teams that have, the blocked field goal, the interceptions. So we'll see what the Lumberjack offense comes up with on their opening drive in the second half. Handoff for a couple of yards up the middle.
Wembley getting a few yards there. Nice safe play. You're in the shadow of your own end zone. You don't want any mistakes. You've had 2 interceptions already in this game. You might say the wind had something to do. I think maybe the first one. I think the second one was just miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. But you certainly don't want to give up a turnover here.
Wembley over 70 yards on the ground already in the game. Fake the option, or handoff to him, and the throw down the middle. A little bit of miscommunication once again.
Caleb Miles in coverage on that one, but the receiver, he was looking inside and the ball was thrown outside. He tried to turn, but there was just no time to be able to adjust.
Yeah, it was, and really had to get rid of it. He was a little bit under pressure there. Maybe threw it a little bit earlier than what he wanted to.
big third down play. If you're Stephen F. Austin, you want a first down. You can't give it up here. And
there's a pass.
He had to throw that away. That
he
blitz
did,
was coming.
yeah. And had to get rid of it, otherwise that was going to be 2 points.
That was Kupu again. He came on a delayed blitz from that free safety position. Almost got home for a safety. Vidlac just had to get rid of that as a matter of survival. Fortunately, the running back was there, or, man, that could have been intentional grounding or an illegal touch because he threw that into a crowd. And now,
there is a flag. Might be – it's going to go against the Lions. They have 12 men on the field.
That's a 5-yard penalty, right? Oh, it's first down.
First down. His microphone wasn't working.
So, called for too many men on the field.
No, I don't know if that was the –
that can't be the call because
that looks like an unsportsmanlike or I don't know what.
Here they go again, maybe.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a explanation.
No. You're right. That was some type of unsportsmanlike because that wasn't too many.
And Coach
men on the field.
Yeah, Coach Dozell is trying to.
15 unsportsmanlike conduct, East Texas.
So they called a
unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So an automatic first down. And it was after the play. It was in between. That was a weird.
It was. It had to be something that was said because the side judge over here threw that as the punt team was coming on and almost in position. I would like to understand more about that call.
And Dozell does too. He is trying to understand what was said, and he's walking away. So I think that whatever he was told, he is not happy with the player.
Well, the defense makes the stop. And then whatever happens, you give him an automatic first down.
Yeah, Coach Dozell got the explanation, immediately come to the sideline and went to the player. And there's a big pass play to Harris up out of bounds across the 35. It's going to be another for first down.
LeVon Williams makes that play there. We'll see a little bit of a replay as we're coming out. The official player coming off evidently said something to the official, and there's a flag on.
So said something to the ref.
Well, you know when that yellow flag comes out, that's a penalty.
There's a handoff to Wembley.
You almost couldn't.
Sorry, I couldn't. We had a little joke earlier because Adam made the comment in the first half about if a yellow flag comes out, it's a penalty.
Which is probably the most obvious thing to say. So
we were kind of joking about it at halftime and talking about it, and so he just had to throw me for a loop.
The unfortunate player just couldn't. The emotion got to him. So now, Stephen F. Austin with life, as Vidlac scrambling for his life, just throws that one away.
Yeah, throws it out of bounds.
Just flagged down.
Yeah, I think Lions are wondering if he was outside the tackle box. There was definitely not a receiver anywhere in the area.
He didn't really move left and right, east and west too much. He may have been in the tackle box still.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're talking about. And they're going to say, it looks like maybe it was good.
Is that a flag? That's not a flag.
So third down and 2.
What is that on the field?
There's a run up the middle for the first down.
So it's a run for a first down there. So that's not a flag, just something on the field that looks strangely like a flag. Marks it. So they had a little conversation. But that's first down. Conversion by the Lumberjacks as they're nearing midfield.
Yeah, huge 15-yard penalty. Gave the Lumberjacks a new life. Pass. Harris fighting for a first down. Ball may have came out. We'll see who has it.
It's going to be a fumble on the
and we'll see who they give it to. Lions
and
they are going to give it to the Lions. So Harris fighting for life and fumbles the ball.
Number 15, Cinque Williams, comes up with it as, again, making the play on defense. It's a good completion. Looks like a good positive play. And that's going to be the third turnover as they're fighting. He just reaches in there. It looks like 31 actually created the fumble, and Cinque Williams covers it. It's Kupu again. So Kupu and Williams having themselves a game on defense tonight.
They really are. So the Lions take over. Rodriguez. Oh, that's Peace still.
Yeah, Proctor gets that little
Yep.
Quick slant right there and moves the chains, and that's a big stop. This defense had come out and done the job. They were going to be punting. Stephen F. Austin was going to be punting from inside their own 10-yard line. The penalty gives them the first down. Looks like they're putting a drive together. Peace gets that one out.
And there's a big hit.
Yeah.
And
they might review that one. That was a great catch.
Yeah.
Oakman being able to possess that, and he goes down on the sideline. He came off, and he is down. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, and we'll see. They're going to say it's fine.
Okay.
Peace is going to step up, and he is going to be brought down up the 46-yard line.
That middle, Peace has pretty good legs, and we've seen him scramble out of pressure before, but nothing there. Proctor's having a discussion with this same side judge. Need to be careful. He's already thrown a flag.
2nd and 13 after the loss of 3 on that play.
That collision, I would like to see it again if we get a chance in a little bit to see a replay, because that was a pretty brutal hit there on that previous pass play.
Peace stepping up, throws it, and
is it intercepted?
That
no, he's calling incomplete. Looked
incomplete
like
pass, yeah, almost intercepted.
It was Michael Patterson, the third, coming in, making a play on the ball for the Lumberjacks. Ball just must have hit the turf.
So now 3rd down and 13.
Oakman still being checked out on that sideline.
Lions 1 of 6 on 3rd down in the game. 3rd down and long here. Back to pass, it's caught. And stretching, going to be a couple of yards short. Devin Matthews with that catch.
Yeah, Matthews possesses. Going to set up a 4th and 2. Looks like they're going to go for it here. I mean, that'd be about a 52-yarder. We know that Rigby has the range, but he's missed one tonight, had one blocked. Maybe you just don't buy the jinx here. You don't play to the jinx. You play to get that first down.
And this would be the time to try it because the wind is almost nothing. They're going to try to get the first down, 4th down and 2. Hand off to Schenkel. Schenkel dives forward, and he's going to have enough, it looks like, for the first down. He's right at the sticks, and they are going to move it. First down.
That's just power football. You give it to your guy. Your line hits their line. Whoever wins that battle at the line of scrimmage wins the play, and Lions get it done on that particular play.
Ball at the 33-yard line of SFA. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. Lions trying to capitalize on the fumble. Peace under pressure, and he's going to be brought down again for another sack. The offensive line not giving Peace a lot of time.
Now this defense is getting tremendous pressure on him, getting those sacks in, just playing a great game on that front for the Lumberjacks. And I mean, they've held them to only 14 points, as powerful as this offense has been.
Second down, 14 for the Lions. Peace back to pass, under pressure again. He's going to throw it, looking for Jourdain. overthrows him. He just had to get rid of it, and he just chunked it to the 5-yard line. Jourdain was not catching that. Once again, more pressure from that Lumberjack defense. Third down and 14. Jourdain drops that one. I think he heard the footsteps coming and maybe looked a little bit before he caught it. He normally catches those.
Yeah, he normally does, and thought maybe there's something there. Schenkel had the defenders pulled. A couple of them went after him, and the play action that right side was going to set up a 4th and 14, and this time gonna see a punt. So we're playing the field position game now, and that I said probably wouldn't be relevant in this game in the first half. He turning into a huge factor in this game through the second quarter, and as we're progressing into this third.
And to punt, Orderer back, standing at his own 8-yard line. Good kick. Rolls inside the 5, and it is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Phenomenal punt. Meehan did exactly what he needed to do. Didn't get it too high up, just got enough into it, and Lumberjacks going to have 99 yards to go when we come back after this.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Lumberjacks with the ball on their own 1-yard line.
As we like to say, 1st and 99.
1st and 99. Handoff. Just lowering his head, getting a yard on the play. Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley, the only assignment there is get over the goal line with the ball. And after that, see what happens. Scary starting that deep in your own territory. All you think about is we just got to get this first down.
Before that carry, he's averaging 6.2 yards per carry. 13 carries, 80 yards. Another handoff to him. Bounces around and fights forward. He's going to go down at the 6-yard line. And he's tough to bring down.
He is. He's a hard-running young man. He hits the hole. He can take a hit and fight through a tackle. But now, getting out a little bit, you give yourself some options. Your protection's been pretty good for Vidlac all night. They've gotten pressure on him, but never really gotten home on him. And he's a sharp quarterback. He makes good decisions most of the time here. So you got both options. You could do a run play and maybe get a few yards or maybe hope for first. But I think we could see a pass right here.
3rd down and 5. Vidlac sends Harris in motion. Looks to him, throws it, and
what was that?
First down run, but there is a flag, maybe in the area of holding. Looked like he tried jumping a defender, Wembley that is.
I don't think it was holding. You think it was holding? I think there was something else with the run. So it almost looked like he was trying to do a flying back kick almost when he first started jumping there.
Maybe so.
Holding.
It's a hold.
54.
You got it. Let's just face it, my call would have been a lot more dramatic.
Yours would have been. That is, so that's going to erase the first down run.
It was a great call, though. You get that screen outside. You know, who knows, without the hold, probably doesn't open up, but it gives you an opportunity to make a play. But the penalty to have the distance to go, so it doesn't cost you too much.
Yeah, it's basically right back where it was at, 3rd down and 6. Or third down from the 6-yard line, I mean. 3rd down and 5. Back to pass. Vidlac's going to throw it, and the ball is caught, but he's going to be – oh, wow, that's a really good spot. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, he was coming back towards the ball to see where he got possession. It was a very friendly spot at first blush. Looked like he wasn't quite to the line to gain when he caught it, but the official's right there on it, so I'm going to defer to him.
It'll be first down. Vidlac back to pass. Deep down the right side. Ball is almost caught. Mortimer almost comes up with that catch.
Yeah, Miles was half a step off, and fortunately that pass was thrown inside a little bit. So it actually came towards Miles, allowing him to make the play.
2nd down. Under 4 to play, 3rd quarter. Still a tie game at 14. Game that started almost an hour later than scheduled due to weather. Another couple of missed tackles and another first down for the Lumberjacks. Harris once again.
Been calling his number a lot tonight. He's 9. That'll make his 10th reception now. Yeah, 10th reception on the night.
There's a screen pass and blown up in the backfield.
C.K. Williams once again comes in to make the play.
Boy, we have called C.K. Williams' name a lot tonight.
Yeah, really have.
Back to pass again. Nice catch. Up for a first down across the 35. Mortimer to the 36.
It was a great catch. The pass just a little bit wide. He had to really stretch out to grab that one, but he was able to possess it and move the chains once again. And now, drive started at the 1-yard line, starting to look like a real drive at the 37.
Like back pass again, rolling out. He's going to throw it across, and it's caught all the way across the 40 into Lions territory. Blaine Green.
Caleb Miles on the tackle, trying to strip that, but no luck this time, as now Stephen F. Austin on the Lions side of the field.
It's going to be a 50 yards for Green. Vidlac deep down that left side, and what a catch.
That was
Harris
That was just a go pattern all the way. That was a perfect pass by Vidlak, and what a drive. 99 yards on that one to get the go-ahead score, get it back. They took the first touchdown in that same corner of the end zone and get it this time, not on a corner route, but on a go pattern. But that's a beautiful pass by Vidlak. 20-14 pending this extra point attempt by Jacob Hand.
That was a 13th reception for Harris. And a big one. Extra point.
Sorry, that's Carlos.
Makes it 21-14.
That was Carlos Alvarado on that kick. Backup kicker. Got him one on the board. That was an impressive one there by the Lumberjacks. Vidlak engineered that down the field with his arm. And Williams receptions. Or excuse me, Harris.
21-14, Lumberjacks on top. Kickoff is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Let's get a replay of that touchdown pass.
Down on the field.
Phenomenal catch, phenomenal throw. And it's
Possessed.
21-14.
Possessed it all the way through. That was a beautiful pass play reception.
In the heart of East Texas, there's a powerhouse university. For over a century, we've built a legacy of excellence through hard work and determination. And today, we're shaping the future with bold ideas and bright minds. We don't just educate, we transform lives. We are East Texas A&M University.
Life can throw you curveballs.
Oh, my parents are coming over for dinner tonight.
Seriously? You could try and brave the supermarket aisles. But the mountain of laundry isn't going to fold itself. Those dirty dishes won't clean themselves. And remember that science fair project? Yeah, it's due tomorrow. Let our personal shoppers do the shopping for you. Their expertise is what sets them apart from the rest. Just convenience and simplicity. So you can get back to doing what matters most and enjoy the ease of curbside pickup at Brookshire's.
What does by your side mean? It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we will be here for you. We are taking care of family, friends, and neighbors, so we care for you like we care for our loved ones. It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we continue to invest in services, specialties, and team members to provide the trusted care which our growing community needs. Hunt Regional Healthcare, by your side.
Lions take over, playing from behind once again. They trailed 7-0 early in the game. Hand off to Schenkel, a couple of yards.
Just can't get over that last drive by the Lumberjacks, taking that the length of the field. They had 2 back-to-back possessions. They started inside their own 10-yard line. That one starting at the 1. Got a little bit of footage on that one, the first one, and then had the turnover, but then able to put together that drive. That's a big-time drive for that offense.
Like 238 yards in the air for the Lumberjacks, and another sack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying for a line that it was shown a lot of respect by Coach Carthel. This defensive front four for the Lumberjacks is just bullying them right now.
That's the 5th sack of this game.
One of those defenders on the field injured at the moment.
Harris, 13 catches, 128 yards. He had that touchdown. He's got 2 touchdowns in the game.
Yeah, he's having an unbelievable night right now, and it looks like this is just an issue with cramping for the player. That's number 96. Jonathan Joseph.
Helped off the field.
Yeah, he'll get some electrolytes and probably be okay.
Peace. Back to pass. Going deep down the left side. Jourdain just overthrows him.
He got to step on his man there.
Flag down in the backfield.
Holding, number 77, offense. That penalty declined. 4th down.
So set up 4th down as they decline the holding penalty, does the Lumberjacks, and they should. Going to get the ball back for their offense as Jourdain had a step. He'd beaten his man on that sideline. If that ball's there, it's going to be a big pass play. Of course, it would have been called back at that point. Instead, it's 4th and 9. Bucks Mortimer back deep for the Lumberjacks, and this time he might have a chance to return one, Greg.
Standing at his own 29-yard line and awaiting the snap. Nice high spiral as the ball bounces, takes a Lion bounce inside the 30 to the 29. Lumberjacks will take over. There's a penalty marker near midfield.
That's typically going to be holding on the receiving team. Typically. We'll see what it is here.
We've been wrong on all our predictions just about.
I've been wrong on a few of them tonight. You've been right, but one time you put 3 options out there.
I did.
And one of them
Holding,
hit.
number 5, return.
All right, you got your first one.
Finally got one right, folks. Finally got one right.
1 for 22.
Who's counting?
Into the kick.
Not me.
I started fresh just now. I'm 1 for 1.
Oh, okay. Started over after the timeout.
Right.
Minute left to play in this third quarter. Lumberjacks take over, up by 7. See if they can add to their lead. Trying to go 4-0 in the Southland Conference.
One other Southland game going on right now. UT Rio Grande Valley up 35-14 on Incarnate Word in the third quarter in that one.
Pass across the middle, caught for another first down. Harris once again having himself a night.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had a guess as to who it was that caught that ball.
Yeah. Harris and Green have been the most active.
Going for him
Good
again.
Pass up near midfield and just not able to bring him down. That has happened multiple times in this game where they try to hit him a couple of times and then just bounce off him, and he winds up getting more yards.
I might just go to my coordinator and say, hey, why don't you just put 2 guys on number 4? Don't let him beat us. Let somebody else try to catch a ball. Because Harris just having his way with this defensive backfield in this second half especially.
First down and 10 inside Lion territory. And that is going to be the last play of the third quarter. Harris, 15 receptions, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, having himself a night. And right now, Lumberjacks inside Lion territory as we start to come back for the fourth quarter after this. Greg Higgins, Adam Routon here. Ernest Hawkins Field, Memorial Stadium, home of East Texas A&M Lions.
And Greg, we talked halftime adjustments. We've seen the effect of that, and you get the feeling if the Lumberjacks can get in the end zone here, this might be it.
Yeah, that defense has really locked down on this game.
That might be an intentional grounding.
We'll see. It did not reach the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that should be a flag. It was 4 to 5 yards behind. He was outside the pocket.
Yeah, but it did not reach the line of scrimmage.
Coach Dalzell is screaming for a penalty. That we should see a flag come out, and that should be intentional grounding. They've got the spot marked.
Yep, and they are going to get it. Yep.
Intentional grounding, number 15, offense.
You know, and Stephen and Austin was doing their best to get up and try to be ready to snap the ball.
Yep. The ball did not get to the line of scrimmage, and what's bad is it's a spot foul.
Right.
And he was way back at the 35, where are they going to put it? The 37-yard line.
He had it marked at the 34 when he stood there the whole time, but they moved it to the 37, correcting the spot based probably off the review. So, man, that turned into what was looking like a nice drive to – that's quite a hole. That's second down and 25.
It's a huge play. Loss of 17.
Oh, man.
Pass intercepted again. This time it's not Gillespie, and a lot of room to run across the 40. Looking for a block inside the 20, inside the 15-yard line. As
Kobe Sebastian King.
Yeah.
And Vidlak got blown up. He got hammered. We got a player down in a lot of pain down there. But he got hammered as he was throwing the ball, unable to follow through. And King just gets it and makes the most of it and really flips this game around. The momentum of this was all Lumberjacks. And with that interception, you can feel a bit of a shift. Is that Kupu?
Yeah, believe so.
That's a shame. Kupu having a great game tonight, and he's injured on that run back trying to make a block, and that looks bad. They were having to carry him off.
Yeah, not putting any weight on that leg.
So it looks like he's probably done for the night just based on how that looked. But Lions set up with 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Trying to take advantage of another turnover. This is the 4th turnover of the game. Handoff, Schenkel fighting forward. Close to the 10. They're going to spot him at the 11.
Ball came out after the whistle, but definitely down.
3 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery for this Lions defense.
So, yeah, the Lumberjacks are -4 in the turnover column, but yet still winning this game because their defense has just been outstanding.
It really has
especially in the second half.
And really, the second half of the second quarter on, we talked about it. Here's a quick screen pass, a lot of room, and fighting for the end zone, and going to be down at the 1-yard line.
That play was such a misdirection as everything going left. The receiver comes back right and catches that slant coming against the grain and gets it all the way down to the 1. It's going to set up a 1st and goal.
Proctor on that carry, or that catch, I mean.
Jaden Proctor coming up big time there. And the Lions, as you see this, you can see as this play develops, everything's going to the left. And it just, he comes right as he makes that catch and fights his way down to the 1-yard line.
1st down and goal for the Lions. Trying to tie the game. And off to Schenkel, and Schenkel into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nobody touched him. He looked up the middle. He saw the hole on the left. He bounced out there. Lions 1 point away from tying this up.
And the Lions now.
Watch this play that set this all up. The huge play on defense. You didn't see it, but Vidlak was just hammered. And that ball hung up on him, allowing King to get under it. Then a tremendous run back. King going all the way on that far side. Comes all the way back to the middle of the field and gets great field position for the Lions.
Extra point is up and good. So 4 turnovers, 14 points off the turnovers. We have a new game. It's 21-21. Be right back after this. Lions defense coming up with 4 turnovers in the game, leading to 14 points. 21-21 game, Adam.
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin winning in every phase of the game. They have more passing yards, more rushing yards, more first downs, better third down conversion, everything but turnovers. They're losing the turnover battle, and that's what's kept this Lion offense in this game, and that's why we're tied up at 21 in the fourth.
Another touchback. Lumberjacks once again. 25-yard line to start.
Keeping tabs on another game of interest for me as we have breaks. The A&M down in Baton Rouge playing LSU, and as an Aggie fan, I've just wanted this to get to zeros. I'm an Aggies fan and a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I'm used to teams that'll just break your heart.
I don't want to hear it. Vidlac.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
And hand off to Wembley. Wembley trying to get to that outside. Nice run. Gain of 6.
Yeah, he strings that out, just puts together a nice run, fighting, and it looked like the defenders were trying to strip the ball instead of tackle him. And I get that. You want to be opportunistic, but the first goal is to get him down. Get him down.
See that a lot nowadays at all levels, that they just try to punch the ball out, try to strip it instead of going for the tackle. Another big hole on that right side. Wembley breaks across the 40, pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Nice run to move the chains of Wembley for the Lumberjacks. Maybe they decided they're going to just not put the ball in the air for a bit and see what happens. You can't throw an interception if you're handing the ball off, right?
Yeah, and the one fumble was also on a pass play. Harris fighting for yards. So all their turnovers have been off pass plays.
Harris might just need a break because he's 15 receptions for 163 yards. He's probably worn out.
He is. Been a workhorse out there. Wembley with 90 yards on the ground. Vidlac throws it near side, and that is caught across the 50.
Derek Bowler on the reception. Tackled by Javon Gillespie there for the Lions, short of the line to gain.
Second down and 4. Good lack across the middle. It's caught.
Guess who?
Right. Harris at the 30-yard line. That puts this offense over 400 yards.
Harris is tracking to have over a 200-yard game at this point.
Good lack. Rolling out. Rolling out. Going to step out of bounds inside the 30. Looking good coverage downfield by the Lions defense.
And you got to just really credit that offensive line for Stephen F. Austin. Bidlack's been under pressure, but only 2 sacks on the night. He's taken a few hits, but he's basically had great protection. And then when the pressures gets there, he's able to get out and create a little room with his legs.
44 pass attempts. He's almost over 300. Handoff to Wembley, fighting, moving those legs, and he's going to get up to the 28-yard line. It's going to gain him a couple. Harris, 183 yards.
Unreal. Having just a tremendous night.
Yeah, he really is. It's a pass. Wide receiver screen. Mortimer breaking some tackles and pushed out of bounds inside the 20. I don't get a vote for any type of offensive players of the week or anything in the Southland Conference, but I can just tell you right now, Harris would get my vote if I had one.
Yeah, and coming into this game, he had 366 yards receiving, and Whalen is 339. So he's going to put a lot of distance between him and the number 2 receiver on the team just with this game tonight. Having a phenomenal season high game, it looks like.
2 touchdowns. Here is Wembley up to the 10-yard line. Gain of 6.
Run down by Sean Christoph King there. Gain of 6. If we talked about it. Football math, 6 yards on a rush.
Right.
Hand the ball off.
And I, obviously the drive's not over, but what an answer the drive. If they can come away with points on this after kind of could have been a demoralizing situation. Hand off to Wembley. Wembley fighting for first down yardage. He's going to be real close. He's going to be about half yard short maybe.
A little bit short. We got a helmet off. Player going to have to come out. On that drive, they were up by 1, and I said, the way their defense is playing, you kind of feel like if they score here, it might be over.
Right.
Then the defense gets that huge turnover, sets up the score, and we're tied up. So in a dogfight like this, you got to score here.
Direct snap. Wembley. Wembley is going to get enough for the first down to about the 3-yard line. First down and goal. Yeah, huge drive. They've relied a lot on Wembley on this drive. He's up over 116 yards now.
Well, they've really responded. Their last drive was a 99-yard drive for a score. Then this one, after taking that big blow with that interception and subsequent score, just an answering drive.
Another handoff to Wembley. Wembley spinning, fighting. Going to get down to the 1-yard line. Man, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, he was stopped. He was stopped with no gain and just spun out and fought his legs forward or drove his legs forward to get a couple yards, like you said, setting up a second and goal from the 1. Another shotgun snap. He goes high, flags down. They bottle him up initially. See what the flag is for. He jumped, but he jumped deep in the backfield, and he came down out of his jump right on top of the offensive line.
See if the
defense might have been offsides.
Maybe so.
Offside. Yep. Number 98, defense, half the distance, still second down.
Still second down. I mean, it goes from the 1-yard line to the half-yard line. It's not like it the more thing is it gives them another down.
Right, another try here.
Yeah, the second down instead of being a third down.
East Texas trying to get personnel off field and being allowed to do so because they have the right to substitutions if the offense does it.
See, keeper by quarterback, and he is going to be in. Vidlak for the touchdown. That was Rutherford, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't Vidlak, that was
Rutherford, that's right. He had the other touchdown earlier in the game, the rushing touchdown.
So they answered.
They did.
They come back. Now still a lot of time left, but all the pressure is going to be on the East Texas offense as this point after try is pending.
That was a 12-play, 75-yard drive, 5:43 off the clock.
174 yards of offense and two drives, not the last two drives, but 2 drives to score.
Welcome to Casati Pines at Coshada, nestled in the natural wetlands of southwest Louisiana on 65 acres of looking glass lakes, surrounded by stately pines and live oaks. It's an experience unlike any other. A challenging 18-hole par 72 championship course, 6 sets of tees, and a unique 19th tiebreaker hole. Ranked the 18th best golf course in the USA by Golf Advisor. Casati Pines at Coshada in Kinder, Louisiana. Louisiana's best bet.
Thanks for getting me sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Oh, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
What does by your side mean? It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we will be here for you. We are taking care of family, friends, and neighbors, so we care for you like we care for our loved ones. It means at Hunt Regional Healthcare, we continue to invest in services, specialties, and team members to provide the trusted care which our growing community needs. Hunt Regional Healthcare, by your side.
Life can throw you curveballs.
Oh, my parents are coming over for dinner tonight.
Seriously? You could try and brave the supermarket aisles, but the mountain of laundry isn't going to fold itself. Those dirty dishes won't clean themselves. And remember that science fair project? Yeah, it's due tomorrow. Let our personal shoppers do the shopping for you. Their expertise is what sets them apart from the rest. Just convenience and simplicity, so you can get back to doing what matters most and enjoy the ease of curbside pickup at Brookshire's.
Back in Commerce. Lumberjacks up 28-21 after that 75-yard touchdown drive. See what their defense can do. Adam, we talked about with about 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter, Lions already had 156 yards of offense. So that kick goes out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty. It's the second time we've seen that tonight. The Lions right now at 252, so they've had less than 100 yards of offense from that 10-minute mark of the second quarter until 7:21 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a track meet when this thing started in the first. You had the success with a big pass play for the touchdown by Stephen F. Austin, and then you had the Lions come out and have their own. And the way they were chunking the rock around, it's like these are two passing teams, and the defense hasn't got off the bus yet. Looks like it's going to be a high-scoring affair, but the defense has showed up in the second quarter, and I just can't say enough about this Lumberjack defense. They have played phenomenal. It's only a 1-point score, but the Lions have had multiple. They've had the blocked field goal, the missed field goal. They should have more points on the board, but they've been taken away on defense and special teams.
There's a handoff to Schenkel, and Schenkel loses yards, 4 yards. Back to the 31. And on the other side, you think about where would the Lumberjacks offense be? They have 448 yards of offense, and they've had 4 turnovers.
Did you see Aaron Austin just chunk him to the ground?
Yeah.
That was impressive. Yeah, the 4 turnovers, you're right. They should, that's potentially, 4 scores off the board. Not necessarily, but, that could be a 28-point swing right there.
Lions 14 points off those turnovers. Hand pass to Jourdain. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. It's going to be third down.
Christian Jourdain just showing moxie there. He catches the ball. He moves and fakes one defender, steps up, pauses, stutters, avoids another one. He extended that play. It wasn't much. He only got a couple extra yards. That's a big-time play by Christian Jourdain.
Getting the all clear from the replay officials. Empty backfield for Peace. Peace going to throw it and just throws it out of bounds.
He had pressure coming, and Ron Peace has to be feeling. And there was a miscommunication between him and the receiver there.
Yeah, Bilbo, the intended receiver,
Ron
threw it out of bounds. There's no way Bilbo would have been able to catch it.
I'm not sure what that was. Frustration, but it's 4th and 2, and we're going for it right here. By we, I mean Lions. I'm not going for anything.
Peace. Pass incomplete. It looks like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, goes over the head of Bilbo, and a turnover on downs. And now you've just given this offense of the Lumberjacks excellent field position at the 43-yard line.
I like the decision. I don't like the call. You're 3rd and 2 back-to-back. You've had some success running this ball. You just haven't had any commitment to try to run. They've just been throwing consistently. It's almost like we're back in Arena League football here. I think one of those downs you run the ball, whether you hand it off on 3rd down or you try to fool them and do the handoff on 4th down because they're thinking pass. Because, I mean, they haven't been rushing the ball. They just haven't been rushing the ball. They've had a little bit of success when they do, but it's turned into about a 90% pass plays to 10% run plays.
And here is a handoff for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks going to try and just run some clock. Another Lions helmet comes off. And not just that, Adam, when you think about it, those are the first 2 pass attempts today in Bilbo. 2 in a row, back-to-back. Hasn't had an attempt. I'm not sure if I don't try Jourdain or, trying to get it into your hands of your big playmakers that have had some success already tonight. Matthews with 84 yards receiving on 4 receptions, things like that.
Some may overstated that. It's 20 running plays, 32 passing plays. So not quite 90-10, but it's definitely not balanced on that. And I think in that 3rd and 2, you try something there. And, why are you throwing to a receiver who's really not got that first completion in the game in a pivotal key moment in the game? Go to you got 8 guys that have caught the ball. Find one of those guys.
Now, you could talk about yardage being 90-10, 250 to 10.
That's where I was getting That's where I was getting it, yeah.
So here's another handoff up the middle to the 40-yard line.
So it's a pivotal drive. If you're the Lumberjacks and you can extend this drive, you've pretty much taken the clock out off the board for the Lions. Whereas if you're the Lions, you've got to make a stop right here.
Yeah, Jenkins with that carry. Wembley 122 yards on the ground. Lumberjacks with 450 yards of offense. 3rd down and 7. Goodlack rolling.
He shouldn't have thrown that ball.
Almost intercepted.
He had a man in the flat, number 24, who may get the first down. Is wide open. Or he could have ran it and maybe got the first down, but he threw into almost triple coverage. I don't like that decision right there.
Yeah, Jenkins right there. He could have get it for him.
But the Lumberjacks trying to exercise the demons. Like you said, it's been since 1973 that they've won up here in Commerce through the years. That's a long time.
And the Lions just really dominating the overall series. 44-14-1 in favor of East Texas A&M.
And even last year when everybody expected the Lions to lose to Stephen F. Austin, they won that game. Fair catch called for and made. So
4:29 to play. It's 28-21. We'll be right back. own 9-yard line. Empty backfield for Peace. Great coverage on that pass attempt.
Pass defended by Michael Patterson III. Had a hand on the receiver, but good defense.
We talk about this Lumberjack defense holding opponents to under 240 yards during this winning streak. And right now, Lions only at 260, and the Lions, pretty high-powered offense. Peace hit as he throws, and is going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line. Peace just had to throw that up before he got hit. And the first turnover of the game, intercepted.
Aaron Sears with that interception, and that's just very similar to the interception we saw in Vidlac where he just got hit, couldn't follow through, and the ball just hung up, and the defender was able to run right a big-time play. Lumberjacks get their first turnover of the night.
So taking over at the 44-yard line of.
And it just tells the story of what this defense has done, because like you said, at the point we were talking about it, they had, 158 yards or something like that?
156.
156. Yeah. They were on pace to have a nearly 500-yard game, 450 to 500-yard game again at that point in the game.
Yeah.
And they just haven't done it. And now the defense coming up with a huge turnover when they really needed to.
Hand off to Wembley. Wembley fighting for some yards, going to gain a couple. And now the big thing is the Lumberjacks can run more time off the clock.
Right.
Chance to possibly go up 2 scores, but more importantly, able to run some more time off the clock to try and get out of here with a win.
Both teams with all their timeouts, but if they can put together a drive, get about 2 more first downs, they're gonna take all the time off the clock, not give the Lions anything to work it with, even if they make a stop.
Taking the play clock down to 5 before their snap. And the handoff up to the 40-yard line for Wembley.
So do you call a timeout here? I know it's early still, but it's third down. If you call a timeout here, stop the clock, and then can make a stop, you got a lot of clock left.
I would.
They're not, but
I would have called timeout in the first half. I mean, we've got – so
Right.
I would like to put Gavin Rutherford is in at quarterback, and I don't know if it's because of the hit that
he took,
Vidlac took on that interception you were talking about. But Rutherford got that run-in touchdown earlier, but he is playing quarterback right now. He's going to keep it up the middle and across the 40 to the 39. There's a penalty marker down, and I think the way the Lions are reacting, that is going to go against them. Maybe some extracurricular activities. We'll see what the official word is, but several Lions players immediately knew once that flag was thrown.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 6, defense.
Man, you just can't do that. You made the stop. You make the stop. It's going to be 4th down, and you do something like that. And it doesn't just cost your team. It could cost you the game in a situation like this.
As you see, you see Kyrie Anderson just rips the helmet off, and immediately when the penalty marker was thrown, the flag was thrown, Gillespie just put his hands on his helmet because he saw it happen and he knew immediately that that's what happened. We just got the stop, and now all of a sudden it's not only is it 1st down and 10, but they're in field goal range to try and make this a 2-score game if they don't get a touchdown. There's a handoff to Jenkins. Jenkins up to the 23. We're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Dawzell.
Yeah, it's something that if you're the coaching staff for the Lions, you've really got to address. We were here a few weeks ago and we saw that game
Timeout.
against Lamar where they had a lead.
First timeout
and we saw 3 penalties, three pass interference penalties, extended drive that ended up in a touchdown. And then we saw the targeting penalty, the leverage penalty. They had so many penalties that factored into extending drives for Lamar, and basically a game they should have won turned into a loss in that situation. And then here, you had the penalty earlier.
That's what I was going to say,
where
yeah.
They had the stop for they're going to punt from the 6 or 8 yard line, and somebody does something, talks to the referee, and gets a flag, and then now this play here.
Yeah, exactly. So twice the defense has made the stop, possibly looking at a punt because they were probably outside field goal range on that stop. Maybe it would have been a long field goal, but I don't know if they do that. They probably punt it, but now all of a sudden you get another one, not only a first down, but now the ball's inside the 25-yard line. Second down and 9. Another handoff to Jenkins. And he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Bottle him up, and they call that timeout to
I'm sorry, I was Wembley on the carry.
Stop the clock here. 2:20 left. Trying to get the ball back, maybe by the 2-minute mark-ish or something like that.
30 seconds in length.
But you can't let them score here because although we did see it here where a game where they kicked an onside kick and got it and made a game that was out of hand get really close. That loss in North Carolina Central.
Yeah, but the difference right now is the offense has not been able to move the ball really well against this defense for the Lumberjacks. So to think that you can do it twice is asking a lot.
Yeah, the only success they've had on offense in the second half is when it was set up inside the 25, inside the 20 by the return on the interception. So they had a short field and they were able to convert. But other than that, just nothing happening for this Lion offense in the second half.
See what play the Lumberjacks do on third down. I would imagine they're going to just run it. Force them to use another timeout. That's what they're going to do. Wembley gets it, fights forward. He's going to be tackled at the 22-yard line.
I think he's going to save that timeout and let this go down to the 2-minute timeout, as Coach Dalzell. So he has that timeout left for the offensive possession.
Yep, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Be 4th down and 9. Lumberjacks on top, 28-21. Going to try and make this a 2-possession game when we come back after this from Commerce. going to attempt a field goal, 40-yard field goal. No wind whatsoever. Far cry from what we saw 3 hours ago. Kick is up, and it is good. So in the minute 56 to play, it is now a 10-point game.
Carlos Alvarado from Tomball, Texas, getting that one through the uprights, and that, man, it's not over till it's over, right? But that makes it seem like a real long shot. That feels like it might have sealed the victory for the Lumberjacks. Lions may have something to say about that.
Tomball, Texas, home of the Renaissance Fair down there every November.
Okay.
There's some knowledge for you.
That's knowledge
I went down there a couple years for it.
Okay.
A couple years ago, went down there for
Renaissance Fair. I know they have one in Waxahachie, right?
Yep, they do. That's a
familiar with that
Scarborough
one.
Fair.
Scarborough Fair.
Yep.
I didn't know about the Tomball
They have
Fair.
they have them all over. But yeah, that's a big one. It's every weekend for like maybe 2 months.
Really?
November through December, they do. They do a big one down there.
Okay. Well, I wonder if Carlos Alvarado's ever been to that.
I don't know. Let's go ask him after the game.
We can make that an interview question.
Let's do that. Kickoff taken at the 10-yard line. Lions dancing around, finally brought down at the 27-yard line.
Randy Reese.
Yep.
Now, if you're the Lions, you got a minute 50. You got one timeout. You got to score quick. You got to get an onside kick and score again to tie this up to send this to overtime. I said this a few weeks ago, and they asked exactly what they did. But, man, I think this Stephen F. Austin defense is just a little bit better than the defense they were facing in that game.
We'll see what they can do. See if the Lumberjacks can survive, go to 4-0 in conference play. Lions trying to get to 3-1. See, pass. I think Peace was hit. It was a late flag.
I think they're going to call roughing. He was hit. Contact was made as the ball was going. I don't know if they maybe hit him in the head.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 49, defense. 15-yard penalty.
I didn't see that, but when he threw it, I saw him get hit. But when he threw it, I was following the pass, so I didn't see the follow-through.
Yeah, I didn't either, and that'd be interesting to see what they called. It may have been a hit to the head. Peace was on the ground, but it looked like he was getting hit as he was throwing it.
Right.
Maybe it was excessive. I don't know. I can't say. I didn't see the end of it.
Typically, when it's a hit to the head, they'll make that motion and let you know. But either way, it's 1st and 10.
Peace, empty backfield again.
That one, I'm not sure who that was intended for. It's kind of a ground ball.
Yeah, you had Proctor in the area as well as Matthews.
You kind of split the difference.
2nd down and 10. Lions with one timeout left, needing 2 scores. Peace under pressure and throws it out of bounds. Matthews in the area.
Yeah, just this defensive line, since that first quarter, has been very good at putting pressure on. Peace has been on his backside more often than not after pass plays, because even when they're not getting there to make the sack, they're hitting him.
Lumberjacks on the verge of losing the turnover battle 3-3, 4-1, and still winning this game.
Yeah, by 2 scores.
Matthews, that pass hits the helmet of the defender. Great defense there. Great coverage.
It was really good coverage. The hometown fans want to call, and I kind of see why they would, because the defender never looked back and played through the receiver, but it's a good no call. They've been calling this consistently all night long, and they've been letting that happen. So I don't think there should have been a flag, but I can understand if I was a homer, I'd probably say that too.
4th down and 10. Peace, empty backfield once again. And this tangled up feet. Matthews falls down, pass incomplete. And that is going to be a turnover on downs, and that's going to do it. Lumberjacks be able to kneel this one out. So Lions can only stop the clock one time. Colby Carthel's going to come back in here and get a win.
That was the last gasp when the receiver just kind of slipped as he was making his cut. And so the ball was already, Peace was already in his throwing motion because it was a timing route. And when your receiver stumbles, just nothing else that can happen there. Should be, I don't know if you kneel, but
Vidlak's back in there.
I guess he wasn't hurt too bad.
Yeah, they may have been checking him. And so, yeah, but yeah, he's back in there. They are in victory formation. And kneel down.
Lions have a timeout, but I don't think Coach Dalzell's going to waste it. Wouldn't accomplish anything other than extending this game another 30 seconds.
2nd down. Have to kneel down 2 more times.
It's been 52 years since the Lumberjacks have won on this field. A lot has changed on this campus.
Yeah.
Those stands, those visitor stands weren't there back then. I know that. And, for a campus that I was on 30 years ago, I came back to a few years back to do a career fair, and I couldn't find my way around because where I used to be able to walk and drive, there were buildings. So been a lot of change in 52 years. And one change tonight is the drought for victories by the Lumberjacks here is ending.
East Texas A&M is going to fall to 2-2. SFA is going to join Lamar and Southeastern 4-0 in the conference.
So that's going to be the end of the game as the clock goes to zeros. 31-21 our final score.
Student F. Austin coming in and winning this game, and just, after the first 10 minutes of this game, thinking how back and forth it was, then all of a sudden you've got a defensive battle that comes out, and this Lumberjack defense was absolutely phenomenal, holding the Lions to only 260 total yards after they had 156 basically through the first 20 minutes of this game.
Yeah, their defense really started adjusting before the half. They kind of settled in and they kind of started clamping down. But the offense came out. They only had 14 first half points. They end up with 31, so they're able to put up another 17 points in the second half, where the only offense for the Lions was the one touchdown off the turnover. And so definitely the halftime adjustments, and the difference in this game is that Stephen F. Austin defense right there.
Absolutely. 31-21 is the final, and that's going to do it for Adam Routon. This is Greg Higgins saying so long from Commerce. Final score, SFA 31, East Texas A&M 21. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.